bit of advice before you take off.
You're running out. You're a little early.
So, bit of advice before. Hey everybody. So my friend Bradley has this 2016, right, Bradley?
Yeah.
Compass, Jeep Compass with a like 160,000 miles on it. And he said, hey, I just replaced the pads like a month ago, and they're making like a squeaking kind of grinding noise already. And last time I did it, the caliper was really hard to compress, so I think the caliper's shot. Well, today he was driving here and he's like, hey man, I don't have any brakes. So as you can tell by the rotor and by the fact that this pad has been unbearably hot, and also when he got here I had my little electronic laser thermometer, the rotor was like 270 degrees, the caliper was like 270 degrees, the other side was like 160. As you can see from also the metal flakes, I'm 99% sure this caliper is shot. So we're going to replace caliper, rotor, and pads today. So that's going to be, this video you're watching right now will be the caliper. As we're doing that, I'll also show you how to replace the rotor and the pads. So that'll be a separate video, so it'll go up there. So let's get started. So the first thing you obviously want to do is get your caliper. Okay, to get the caliper off, if you want to pull the whole caliper, you'll have two bolts here, which are like a which are like a 19, I hope. Yeah, 19, 18, I'm sorry, 18, top and bottom. And if you're just pulling the caliper without the bracket, two 14s here and here. It's gonna be a pain to get these off because, like I said, it's been unbearable hot. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this loose and set it over here. That will give me easier access to the bracket. So one thing I did before I took this loose was, it's a 14mm bolt right here to get the line loose. I went ahead and broke it loose. As you can see, a little bit of fluid come out obviously, and then I tightened it back down just enough to where it wasn't dripping. That way when I go to take it off to put it on the new one, I already know that I can break it loose because it's just basically like a little bit past hand tight. So that's off. Two 14s sliders right there. The new caliper should come with a new set. Thank you, Bradley. So now we're going to get with these 18s right here. Get this bracket off and go from there. Bradley, I think these are done, buddy. I think these pads. Yeah. We got the two 18s out. Be careful, they are extra short. Literally, I broke them loose, and then like one turn of my finger and the bracket fell off and almost hit me. Like I said, the pads are done, absolutely done, and then the rotor actually just came off. If you have trouble getting it loose, you can spray PB Blaster or liquid wrench on the lug nuts, and some behind it, and tap with a mallet, hammer, kick it with your foot, hit it with your purse, whatever you gotta do, hit it out, and if you need to, hit it, turn it, hit it, turn it, and it'll bust it up. So that's off. We're going to start putting the new one on. So in the next, when we get the pads on, you'll notice it's a new caliper. But we need to run and get a caliper and pads because it's warranted. So then in 2 seconds we'll be back and have this done. Break everything apart on the new one. Okay, get all this assembled, put this on. Then when you break this line loose, this way you can just go from here or wherever to there and be done. That way everything's already ready to go. That way you're not trying to like hang this out and hang this out. This is stationary. And you just go from here to there. Now, also, if you notice somewhere here, Bradley has them somewhere, it came with new washers. I'll show you that in a minute, but it came with new washers for this. Make sure you replace the washers. Sometimes it'll come with a new bolt. So I will look around and see what else it came with. So we've got everything assembled, everything greased, everything ready to go. We're going to break this loose over here. You do not want to break it loose here, obviously, because then you will get fluid all over everything. 14, as you saw earlier, I've already broke it loose. So what I'm going to do, so before we get to this, let me tell you something. It did come with a new bolt, a new washer, and another copper washer. So we're going to put those there. I'm going to take this out, grab the washer, grab the bolt, stick it in, tighten it down, and then me and Bradley will get to bleeding it. Oh, come on. It literally was like all the way, what'd I do with that right there? It literally was coming all the way out up until then, and it just randomly caught. Sweet. So that's loose. Grab your new bolt with the washer on it. The other washer. One goes, obviously one washer goes on this side of the bolt. The other one goes on this side of the line and the bolt. I can get my fat fingers here to push it on there. Okay. And then if you notice here, there's a bracket it goes between. So make sure it goes between there on here. Okay. Take your time. Do not cross thread this. I have cross threaded one of these before. All right. Sweet. It's in. Make sure that is a, of course it's not the same size bolt. It's gonna be like a 10. I love it when they do that. Oh, don't put the same size bolt in there. It don't make no sense at all. It's gonna be a 10. Nope, it's gonna be a 12. So the new one's a 12. Or it's gonna be like an 11. It's a 12, okay? We will tighten this down. Make sure you do not lose this washer. Sweet. And don't go crazy on it either with tight. Okay? Sweet. All right. Okay, so what we will do now is, Bradley, we will pop the hood, take the cap off the fluid. We've got fluid right there, .4. I'll break the bleeder valve loose. Well, you'll get in there, pump the brake up 3 times, hold it, I'll break the bleeder valve loose. Repeat over and over and over again, okay? So, we'll clean up a little bit, we'll move up to here. When you're bleeding brakes, you can do it with the air thing, or if you're doing it with a friend. So what you do is, it's an 8mm bleeder, okay? So what you do is, you say, hey Bradley, pump it 3 times, and on the 4th time, hold it down. And then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold, and then you crack it open, and fluid comes out. And then you close it and say, okay, Bradley, let go. Okay, do it again, Bradley.
1, 2, 3, hold.
Okay, now after you do this 3 or 4 times, check your fluid. I always overfill it a little bit before I start, because it's going to come down. So if it's overfilled, it's not going empty. So I'm going to check the fluid. Okay, it needs a lot. So whenever you fill it, you'll have a full line and an add line. Never let it go empty. If it goes empty, you have to bleed all your brakes again, because you introduce air at this point. So it's full. I went over the full line a little bit. So now, Bradley, you can go back to pumping.
You're ready.
Hit it, Bradley.
1, 2, 3, hold.
Oh yeah, we got good fluid. How's the brake pedal feel, Bradley?
Out.
Like normal?
Yeah.
Let's give it one more, just to be safe.
1, 2, 3, hold.
Boom. All right, give me one more, Bradley.
1, 2, 3, hold.
Oh, we're good, Bradley. We're golden. All right, we've just now bled the caliper. It should be good. What we're going to do is we're going to put this wheel on, drop the car down, change the pad on the other side. We'll take it for a test drive and see. Now that we've bled this, check your fluid again, and always remember, put your brake fluid cap back on.